everyone. Thanks for watching. In Petoskey, Tip of the Mitt Watershed Council, and we're joined by Eli Baker now, an outreach specialist, education and outreach specialist, correct?
That's correct.
All right, thanks for making the time.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me out.
Let's talk a little bit about what you do. Now, your background is in education. Matter of fact, you went to Calvin for education, right? And then you were in the classroom. So let's talk about how that led into what you're doing now.
Yeah, so growing up, I spent majority of my time outside. I'm an avid fly fisherman, and I love being out in the water resources, playing in the lakes and streams in my area. And that translated to getting more people out and engaging with the natural resources around them.
Right. Yep. So you go into schools, elementary, middle school, and high schools, correct?
Mostly middle and high school. We do work in some elementary schools as well.
So what do you do when you go out and talk to these kids?
So the high school program, we actually go into the high school and we engage a select team of students. They apply to be on the Watershed Academy team. And we go out into the stream, a local stream, and we do stream monitoring with the students. They assess the bug community of the stream to figure out what's living in the stream and how polluted that stream might be. They look at water chemistry like pH, dissolved oxygen. So it's a project where they really learn a lot about their local stream, and then they can share that data that they collect with their community, and we use that data and put it into our database, and we share it with the scientific community.
Now, you said Watershed Academy. What is that?
The Watershed Academy is the program that we've created for local high schools. It's a stream monitoring program targeted at 9th and 10th grade high school students. We work at 12 schools throughout our service area here, all the way from Mackinac down to Onaway, Elk Rapids, and pretty much everywhere in between.
Wow, so you must get around a lot.
Oh yeah, April and May are our monitoring times, and we are running that whole month.
All right, now, how are kids receiving this kind of information, and what can they do with that? So that's a two-part question. So how are they receiving it? How interesting is this for them?
They love this program. A lot of them spend a lot of their time outside fishing, engaging in the streams. But even those who don't usually go out, they don't know that there's things in streams other than just fish.
Right.
So we get to share that with them, and then they take that home and they share it with their families. And we're getting families come to us and actually say, we want to get more involved in stream monitoring and engaging with our streams.
Yeah, you said something very interesting before we turned the camera on, that kind of explaining to folks that pollution is bad, obviously, but they don't know when they're polluting all the time, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
All right, so give me an example of that.
So an example of that might be somebody who's just trying to take care of their lawn and they're fertilizing. And sometimes lawns have enough fertilizer naturally. So it's really important to test how much fertilizer your lawn might need. And we give students the tests, or the ability to test their lawns. And that kind of helps people understand that extra fertilizer impacts the water resources negatively because we're all in a watershed.
Yeah, and for somebody at my house, for example, because we are on well water, we're getting our water from the ground, and things that go into the ground can affect what we're drinking, right?
Exactly, yeah.
All right. So now, it's also awareness that you're trying to raise, right? As far as understanding how important water is for at least this region and for everybody, but it's an awareness thing, right?
Oh, definitely. Right. Yeah. We are extremely lucky to have all of the clean, pristine water resources here in northern Michigan.
Right.
And some people take that for granted. It's really easy to. In fact, I did growing up. But we need to look at our area and realize we're in a special situation here, and we need to take those extra steps to protect it and be stewards for those water resources.
Very quickly, from your vantage point, how are we doing on getting that message across?
I think groups like the Tip of the Mitt Watershed Council and other groups, we're really making great strides and helping to have these students become stewards for the future generations and future water resources.
Excellent. Eli, thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right, talking about getting out there and talking to kids about water and the importance of water in our area, I'm Vic McCarty for My News 26.